In this video, we're going to talk about three big things to know if you're pulled over by the police or if the police come to your front door, one or the other. My name's Trey Porter. I'm a criminal defense attorney in Texas. We've got a lot of information here in the videos. We've also got a lot more information over in the articles on the website. Knowledge is power when you're facing criminal prosecution. I hope you get the answers you need. Let's get into it. So one of the very first things that you need to know if you're pulled over by the police is that you don't have to talk to the police. And this is true also if they knock on your front door. You don't have to go out there and talk to them. If they say, hey, what are you doing today? What have you had to eat? Where are you coming from? Have you been drinking? What have you been drinking? You don't have to answer any of those things. Officers are trained in interrogation. So they are very good, and some of them are even great at eliciting answers from people that you otherwise wouldn't give. So while attitudes differ, right, in the country about police officers, some people are always guarded and then some people are very friendly. I think it's okay to be cordial, but I think we should always be guarded from like a rights standpoint. What rights do we have and what rights are we giving up? Well, we all know that we have a right to not incriminate ourselves. And so if you start offering information to a police officer, then you're giving those things away and you can't get them back. If they use those things that you tell them to formulate probable cause, to make an arrest, to start to prosecute you, by the time you get a criminal defense lawyer like myself involved, it's too late if you've given up that right. So number one on the list when you're dealing with the police is you have a right to remain silent. Use it. Number two, be weary of all the questions that police officers are asking you because they have a reason. So number two is be weary, be thinking about that. Officers are trained to interrogate people, and officers are also legally allowed to lie to people. This is not my opinion. I'm not bashing police officers or law enforcement at all. The Supreme Court of the United States has said that cops can lie to us. They can tell us something that's not true in an effort to elicit something that helps them with their investigation. And if you think about it commonsensically, right? Officers are charged, whether it's the officer who's at the mall, whether it's the officer in the park, at school, the side of the road, a state trooper, all the way up to the FBI, whatever. Officers are charged with putting cases together. They're not charged with taking things apart. So remember to be weary in your dealings with them and be thinking very carefully about the information that you're going to give up. Number three, when you're dealing with officers, sometimes there's going to be a situation where they ask to search. So number three is don't let the cops search your stuff. Don't let them search your car. Don't let them search your house. Don't let them into your car. Don't let them into your house. Now, there's a solution for all of this. If the cops really want to search something, they can follow the law. They can go to a neutral judge. They can swear out an affidavit and an application for probable cause to get a search warrant. And then they can come and do that. Make them do that. That's a right that I have, that everybody that's watching this video has. And it's important because if we give up those rights, then it's tough and we can maybe never get them back. Certainly not getting them back in the confines of a criminal investigation. Once you give it up, it's gone. So you've got that Fourth Amendment right of a protection against an unlawful search or seizure. Use it. That means if an officer says, hey, can I look in that backpack real quick? Hey, you don't mind if I pop the trunk, do you? You do mind. You should mind. Don't let them do it. The same thing goes at your house. If they knock on the door, hey, can I come in and take a look around real quick? No, sir. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be difficult or anything like that. If you have a warrant, please get one and come back. So those are the big things to know if you're talking with the police. Number one, you have a right to remain silent. Use it. Number two, be weary. They're not doing anything accidental. Everything is intentional. And then number three, don't let them search. Make them get a warrant. If you stick with those three things, you're going to be in a really good position no matter what, and you might force the government to make a mistake.